Hey, Skol Nation. What's up, you purple-blooded warriors? This is your die-hard Vikings fan, straight from the heart of Minnesota, ready to dive into the hottest Vikings news from the trenches. Imagine this, our boys in purple are staring down a monster of a season, clinging to that 3-4 record like it's the last horn at US Bank Stadium, and with J.J. McCarthy gearing up for his big return against the Lions this Sunday. Yeah, you heard that right, the rookie's ankle is healing faster than a Lambeau Leap regret. But hold up, because a loss to those smug cats in Detroit could slam the playoff door shut harder than a Brian Flores blitz. We're talking a brutal uphill battle with the toughest schedule left in the league, and whispers of trades swirling like a winter twister. Stick with me because in the next 15 segments we're breaking it all down, who we might ship out, why it hurts, and how we claw our way back. Who's ready to roar? Drop a Skol in the comments if you're feeling that fire. Our Vikings aren't dead in the water yet, folks. Not by a long shot. At 3-4, with nearly 60% of the schedule staring us down like an unblocked DE. There's a flicker of hope if Kevin O'Connell can ignite a win streak hotter than Justin Jefferson's routes. Remember last year? We stormed to 14-3 before that wildcard heartbreak. Lightning can strike twice if our young gunslingers step up. But let's keep it real. Stacking victories against this gauntlet feels like climbing Everest in cleats. The athletic simulator gives us a slim 5% shot at the dance, and FDN's DVOA? A measly 2.6%. Ouch. What do you think, fam? Can J.J. McCarthy flip the script this weekend? Hit me with your bold predictions below. That said, the road to January from our couches looks steeper than the Metrodome roof right now. We almost certainly need to go 7-3 down the stretch just to snag a wildcard sniff, all while blooding our 22-year-old QB against the NFL's meanest remaining slate. Picture this, 5 showdowns with the Lions, Packers, and Seahawks, teams boasting a combined 15-5-1 record that'll test every ounce of Flores' defensive wizardry. Toss and clashes with Lamar Jackson's explosive Ravens, the gritty Commanders, star-studded Cowboys, pesky Bears, and those sneaky Giants, and you've got a recipe for Heartbreak Hotel. But hey, that's why we love this team. Pure chaos and glory. Who's your X-Factor in this gauntlet? Tell me in the comments. Now, crank up the drama. If we drop this Lions game and we're opening as 8.5-point road dogs, per the Sharps, those playoff odds plummet faster than a fumbled snap. Sunday at Ford Field isn't just a divisional dust-up. It's do or die for our season's soul. Jared Goff and that roaring Lions crowd? They'll be out for blood after we owned them last year. But with McCarthy slinging it again, maybe we steal one on the road like the bandits we are. Imagine the roar if we pull it off. Skol echoing from Motown. What's your game plan for beating Detroit? Defense first or let JJ air it out? Sound off. And just when you thought the pressure couldn't mount higher, the NFL trade deadline crashes in like a blindside hit. November 4th, 2 days after Lions Week. If things go south in Detroit, GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah might pivot from buyer to seller faster than you can say rebuild. We're not waving the white flag yet, but with cap space and picks burning a hole, offloading talent for future ammo could rebuild the war chest. It's gut-wrenching, but smart GMs play chess, not checkers. Would you pull the trigger on a deal mid-season? Why or why not? Let's debate it. Shifting gears to the heartbreaker. Tight end TJ Hockenson, our chain mover extraordinaire, is off to a whisper-quiet 2025. Through 7 games, he's hauled in just 27 catches for 222 yards and a lone score. Numbers that sting like a missed field goal in overtime. Blame it on O'Connell's scheme tweaks or the offense's collective sputters against stacked boxes. But at 28, TJ's still in his prime, a mismatch nightmare with hands like glue. Teams like the Chiefs or Bills might salivate for a TE upgrade. Dangling picks we desperately need. But trading our guy? It'd feel like betraying a brother in arms. Fans, would you shop Hockenson for a haul, or ride with him through the storm? Here's the rub on Hawk. He's locked in with 2 more years on that monster deal, meaning any move floods our cap with dead money. Over $20 mil hit? Easy. And scares off suitors who hate bloated contracts. Plus, yanking him from McCarthy's huddle? Rookie mistake. Our depth at TE is thinner than a goal line stand without him. Johnny Munt and them just aren't TJ. Keeping him isn't just loyalty. It's QB development 101. giving JJ a safety valve to grow those paws. Imagine McCarthy threading needles to Hawk in crunch time. That's the vision. What's your take? Trade bait or untouchable? Drop it below. Diving deeper into the trenches, defensive tackle Javon Hargrave's saga is the definition of buyer's remorse. We inked him to a juicy 2-year, $30 mil pact less than 8 months back, expecting a run-stuffing beast, but 2025's been a dud fest. Solid pressure up front. No sacks since opener, sure, but run D? Below average, and his snap counts cratered to 38% over the last 3 tilts. That's 73 of 192 snaps, while Jonathan Allen and breakout Jalen Redmond feast at 140 each, and even Levi Drake Rodriguez logs 101. Flores is rotating him out, harsh truth. Could a contender like the Eagles, ironic, right? Bite for a rental DT? The contract conundrum kills this deal's buzz. Though, $15 mil per year screams prohibitively pricey for a part-timer. But if a desperate squad swallows it, why not? We're barely using Hargrave, and flipping him opens doors for rookie Tyrion Ingram-Dawkins to ball out, that fresh-legged freak from the draft who could anchor our line for a decade. It's not about cashing in regrets. It's reallocating talent to where it sparks joy and wins. Skol fans, Hargrave out or in? Would you greenlight this flip for draft capital? Don't sleep on the vets, though. Alan Latham's a theoretical trade chip too, but his deal runs through 2027, pricier and stickier than gum on a goalpost, and he's the glue holding Flores front four together. No dice there. Hargrave's the low-hanging fruit if Kwesi's feeling seller vibes post-Lions. Imagine the picks rolling in, restocking a draft cupboard that's already got gems like Ingram-Dawkins waiting. It's forward-thinking football, painful as a fourth-quarter deficit. Who's next on your trade wish no nightmare list? Let's hear it. Pivoting to the backfield, RB Aaron Jones has been our gridiron poet, versatile, vicious, and vital since that offseason splash with a 2-year, $20 mil pact. He snagged TDs like week one's beauty from McCarthy. A connection that screams, keep the band together. The brass raves about his fit, how he juices the run game and spells disaster for defenses in the flat. Trading him? Unlikely as a Packers fan at Vikings training camp. It'd gut our offense when the priority is straight-up evaluating JJ, no distractions, just reps and rhythm. Jones is the heartbeat. Why tamper with perfection? Yet, the case creeps in like fog off Lake Minnetonka. At 30-ish with a rap sheet of nagging knocks, a contender starving for RB stability, like the 49ers or Ravens, might dangle a mid-rounder for his elusiveness. We've got Jordan Mason pounding early downs like a hammer, Xavier Scott flashing pass-catching flair while Jones healed, and Cam Akers lurking as depth insurance. It's not impossible. It's pragmatic future-proofing. But man, envisioning Jones in another uni? Chills the wrong way. Vikings faithful, ship AJ or lock him down. Your call in the comments. Jones' importance isn't hype. It's etched in those explosive yards after contact. The vision that turns 2-yard gains into house calls. O'Connell's scheme thrives on his patience, and yanking him midstream torpedoes McCarthy's growth arc sure. Mason's a bruiser and Scott's got that scat-back zip. But Jones is the maestro, blending power and polish. Trading him risks cap hell too, with $10 mil guaranteed looming. Nah, we ride or die with the veteran who lit up Lambeau last year. What's the one play from AJ this season that screams untouchable to you? Share it. Now let's talk linebackers, the unsung heroes where heartbreak hits hardest. Ivan Pace Jr., our undrafted Cinderella from 23, exploded like a supernova. Tackles for loss, picks, pure LB magic that had us chanting his name. Last year, steady fire. But 2025? A nightmare reel. Exposed in run fits during Blake Cashman's injury void. And now? Benched to number 3 behind Eric Wilson the vet. Logging zilch against the Eagles and a measly 17 snaps versus the Chargers. Flores doghouse is real, and it's costing us a 4th-round comp pick next draft, brutal math. If Pace's flames flickered out in purple, shipping him for a fresh start makes eerie sense. A 4-3 team needing speed off the edge, like the Jets or Texans, could revive that 23 spark, netting us a swap pick to offset the loss. It's not quitting on talent. It's recycling for relevance in a season sliding sideways. Or flip the script. Yank Wilson slot Pace back to LB2 and let him feast. No playoffs? At least build the 26 beast. Pace was our hidden gem. Do we polish or pawn him? Weigh in Skol squad. Pace's slide stings because that undrafted grit embodies Vikings lore. Guys like him turning heads and doubters into believers. But snaps don't lie. 0 versus Philly? That's a cry for change. Trading salvages value, avoids the comp pick fiasco, and frees cap for extensions elsewhere. Wilson over Ivan, safe but stale like vanilla in a hot dish. Give the kid reps or cash in while the league remembers his pop. Either way, it's a fork in the road for our D. Who's your LB starter dream team right now? Hit the replies. Wrapping this trade tango, these four Hawk, Hargrave, Jones, Pace, top the block if Kwesi goes future mode post-deadline. It's chess and cleats. Dead money dodged, roles clarified, picks piled for 26 hauls. But let's not kid ourselves, this ain't a fire sale yet. Beat the Lions and we're buyers, stacking the deck for a wildcard wild ride. Lose and it's rebuild whispers. The beauty? It's all in our hands Sunday. Which trade rumor keeps you up at night? Fam? The most gutting one, vote in the comments. Alerting you to some fresh heat from Vikings news today. Carson Wentz is IR bound for shoulder surgery. Season over. Per Rappaport, huge blow. But JJ's return lights a fire under this narrative. Playoff odds? Down to plus 300 to even sniff the postseason per BetMGM, with that 37-10 Chargers gut punch still echoing. No fake news here. We're editing live with the latest from Vikings.com and ESPN. This amps the trade urgency. QB evaluation now means protecting McCarthy's weapons. Buckle up. It's real-time Skol therapy. As we hit the home stretch, remember, this Viking squad's got that purple heart, that never-say-die pulse from 24's miracle run. 3-4 ain't the end. It's halftime in hell, and McCarthy's jersey is our rallying cry. Stack wins, dodge the deadline dagger, and who knows? We could be toasting wildcard glory by New Year's. But it starts with you, the best fans in the league. Your energy fuels this beast. So, what's your hottest take from today's deep dive? Trade one, keep 'em all, or something wild? Skol Nation. If this fired you up, smash that like button like it's a goal line stand. Your clicks keep the purple pride alive. Drop your thoughts, predictions, and Skol chants in the comments. I read every one and reply to the boldest. Subscribe for non-stop Vikings news breakdowns. Hit the bell for instant alerts on McCarthy's magic or deadline drama. And share this with your fellow warriors. Spread the purple gospel. Until next time, keep the faith, keep it purple, and let's go get that ring. Skol Vikings.